All right, I got you. I'm gonna try with this speech right now that I got for y'all. First, I just want to say thank you to everybody already. But y'all know I gave everything I had in this, and I don't have no regrets. That's one thing I tell them young boys. Don't have no regrets. And so, first, I just want to say, 15 years ago, I walked into this city as a young man with dreams, big dreams, a little bit of nervousness, and a whole lot of fire in my heart. I had no idea back then what this journey would bring. I didn't know how many times I would be tested. I didn't know how much I would grow. And I surely didn't know how deeply I would fall in love with these fans and the team in this city. Today, as I sit here, I just want to thank God because I know He was the main reason. You know, that was the biggest thing. I love my growth, my relationship with Him, and just so much that I've shared with my teammates and reflecting on a career that has meant everything to me. I am overwhelmed with gratitude. My life, my entire life has been forever changed because of this magical place. To Mr. Lurie, Howie Roseman, Dom, and everyone in the Eagles organization, I want to thank y'all. Thank you for believing in me, for sticking with me, for allowing me to call this place home for 15 years. The loyalty, trust, and opportunities you gave me are things I would never take for granted. You gave me the chance to become the player I always dreamed of being. But more than that, you helped shape me into the man I am today. Coach Reed, I couldn't forget about you. You were the first to bring me here, the first to look me in my eye and tell me that I belong. That moment changed everything for me. I will always be grateful for that. To every coach I've had, from Little League to high school to college to the NFL, I want to thank you. Thank you for challenging me, for believing in me, and pushing me to become better. Each of you played a role in my journey, and I am stronger because of you. To the staff at NovaCare, great job, Howie. Great job, Mr. Lurie. Great job, Dom, on just getting the right people in here. You guys are the heartbeat of the team, because every day, every early morning, every late night session, or treatment, or weight room staff, I mean, everybody know I love to eat, so they always had a great food for me. They always had encouraging words for me just as much as I had for them, and y'all kept me going when the grind felt too heavy. I owe my longevity to you. A special thank you to Miss Kathy. Your kindness, warmth, and unwavering support for every player who walks through those doors. You are truly one of a kind. Carly, you know I can't forget about you. You made sure I always showed up where I needed to be, handled things with class, and represented the team the right way. And I want to thank you both for everything. To my teammates, my brothers, I mean, y'all are my brothers because I only had sisters, and I got 3 of them, and I was the oldest. So football was one thing, or sports period was where, you know, I got some real brothers, and we all went to war together. We fought, and we fought hard. We celebrated the highs and endured the lows. And through it all, we built something that can never be taken away. 2 championships, 2 of them. We made history together. And while the trophies and rings are incredible, what I cherish most are the moments, the locker room laughs. I mean, Lane, one of the, man, him, Fletch. I mean, you know, Fletch already know how I feel about him. Lane know how I feel about him. Shoot, Jay Hurts, all them boys know how I feel about him. And man, them on-field battles that we went through, me and Lane, and even me and Fletch, it was just chemistry like no other, man. And I'm gonna always remember that because that's what helped me in the moments where they called me a bust. And I can appreciate y'all in the conversations. JP, Trent Cole, them guys that helped me during them rough moments, and them lifelong friendships that I will cherish forever. Danny, Joe, my agent, my best friend, Danny. You know, you've been honest with me from day one, no matter the situation. That's not always easy in this business, but it's something I've always respected about you both. You kept it real when I needed to hear the truth, and you fought for me when it mattered most. I couldn't have asked for better people in my corner. Thank you for your loyalty, guidance, and always having my back. To my parents, Mom, Dad, none of this would have been possible without you. From the very beginning, you poured everything into me, your time, your energy, your love. Every sacrifice you made, every long night, every early morning, every moment where you put my dreams ahead of your own. I carry that with me every single day. You taught me the values of hard work, resilience, and humility. You showed me what it meant to never make excuses, to push forward even when things got tough, and to always stand tall no matter the obstacle in front of me. Every step of the way, you believed in me when I doubted myself, when the world questioned me, when I had to fight for everything I've earned. I am the man I am today because of you. I hope I've made you proud, because everything I've done has been a reflection of the love and guidance you've given me. To my wife, my best friend, my rock, since high school, you've been on my side. You've been by my side. 20 years of friendship, 11 years of marriage, and a lifetime of love. You are my greatest supporter, my biggest cheerleader, my constant source of strength. When the world only saw the player, you saw the man. When I was at my lowest, you lifted me up. When I questioned myself, you reminded me who I was. The sacrifices you've made, the love you've poured into our family, and the strength you've shown through all the highs and lows. There aren't enough words to express my gratitude. You held down our home so I could chase this dream. You gave me two of the greatest blessings in our children. You have loved me unconditionally, not for what I do, but for who I am. And that, more than anything, means the world to me. I love you more than you will ever know, and I am forever grateful to walk through life with you. To my kids, Emerson and Bryson, Daddy did this for you. Every early morning, every late night practice, every game, every time I got to put y'all clothes on and wake you up, Bryson, let you know that, the men wake up first in our household, man. And I hope that you learning that, man, because nobody going to go get it but you. You got to go get it for yourself. And so every game where I left it on the field, I wanted to show you what hard work, dedication, and perseverance look like. No matter what you choose to do in life, know this: your work ethic, your discipline, and your heart will set you apart. No one can take that from you, and I hope you always carry that lesson with you. And finally, to Philadelphia. We didn't start so tight, as you know. You made me work for this, and I appreciate you for that. Through the struggles, the injuries, and the moment where I had to prove myself over and over again, you never let me get comfortable. You held me accountable. You kept that chip on my shoulder. You pushed me to be better, and when the time came, we celebrated together 2 times. This city is built on hard work, resilience, and unmatched passion. And you bring the same energy to every game, every moment, every season. Your loyalty, your fire, and your unwavering support mean everything to me and this organization. Philly doesn't just support its team, it lives for them. And I see it, and I feel it, and I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for being the heartbeat of this city. This game has changed my life, but more importantly, this city has changed my life. It has given me a purpose far beyond football. It has shown me what it means to be a leader, to be a friend, to be a man of faith, and have integrity. While my time on the field is coming to an end, my love for this team and city will never fade. Philadelphia and everybody, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to thank y'all. EAGLES, Eagles, fly, Eagles, fly. My last one. BG out, baby.
BG, when did you realize that you would one day become one of the most beloved Eagles in history?
You know what? Probably this year. I started to feel that because I, said that it was going to be my last year, and then started to see old videos pop up and what I had went through during them times, and just remembering those moments, and just knowing that I tried to stay as best. I felt like this year was that year for me, where it started to sink in, and I think that's why I came to this conclusion of doing this year, especially after winning the Super Bowl.
BG, what do you want people to take from your story?
What I want them to take from the story is it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And so for me, if you get another opportunity, whatever that opportunity is, run with it. And don't look down on it just because of it might not be the opportunity or everything you dreamed about in your mind. When you think about it, how many times, 9 times out of 10, when you worry yourself about what you think something's supposed to happen, it normally don't happen the way you think it's supposed to happen. So I know for me, it was an opportunity that I got when I got here, and then I got another opportunity when Doug came, for real, when he came, and that changed my whole career. Brought Swartz in, man. I gotta give a shout out to Swartz too, because man, that coordinator, man, he kept me on point, just like Vic, same. All my coordinators, I learned something from, but that was the first one that really took me back, because that's who I had at the Senior Bowl, and I felt like I was myself again, and I can play my game when Swartz came back, and so that opportunity presented itself, and I ain't looked back since. No, you good.
You never been shy about talking about low points in your career. Is there a point where you were at your lowest, and who really took you beyond that to become what you are?
Yeah, so Trent Cole and them guys, JP, them was the two that really helped me in the time where I was at my lowest. When they put that bus label on me, that was tough, because I didn't want to go outside. I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't want to. I got to give my credit to my wife. She got me back outside doing stuff for the community, and just not just sitting up. She's like, do something about it, but you can't be just sitting in the house. And so I get it. And so I think during that time they put that bus label on me around year 2 to 3. It was tough, but once I was able to fight back, I think things started to get better for me. But it's about your attitude on how you persevere through. Just know that it's never going to be too high all the time. It's going to be lows in there, but you got to try to keep it even keeled. You got to stay being you, because when your moment do come, I don't want to have no resentment or be mad or at anybody to where I miss my opportunity. And so I think just talking about it with my guys, and then they say, well, now what you going to do? And so I just did something about it one day at a time.
How do you know when it's time to walk away?
You don't really know, because the competitor in me, I had to really talk to myself a little bit to see, because of course I'm ending on my own terms, and I'm thankful for this moment because I am happy to not have the stresses of y'all no more, because the ups and downs of me saying some stuff, boy, and then next thing you know, I got to live through the week, and here it is, and it's like, oh, I can't watch TV this week because I said this. I ain't mean to say it like that, but that's how they took it. But those little things like that, I'm excited to get away from. but I'm gonna miss everything about it, man. Right now I'm talking that stuff, but I'm gonna miss y'all too, because we all got a job to play, and y'all made it fun. And as y'all know, when I'm done, locker rooms closed as always.
It seemed like there were times during the season where you were entertaining the idea of coming back for one more. Was that a real consideration, and what was the process like that got you to this point?
Well, you know what? If I ain't make it back to the Super Bowl, man, I probably wouldn't be up here right now. I promise you. I'll be begging to come on back one more. But I was happy to be able to make it back, to play with my guys, to put that uniform on one last time in the big moment, big stage, and to where we went out there and performed. It all started in, Vic keeping us prepared, the supporting cast, our coaches putting in that work to make sure they relay the message for the week. And we trusted ourselves in that week, man. I felt like me being able to be a part of that That was all I needed to know. I felt like my prayers was answered, being able to come back and be with them boys one last time. And I didn't know how it was gonna be for real. I mean, we won, and of course the competitor in me wanted to come back, but I know this. I couldn't have asked for nothing sweeter than this, and I'm thankful to have came back and to be able to play my last game, like my coach say, with some integrity and played good at that. And so I can always hang my hat on that, where I played good in my last game, went out on my own terms, and went out a champion.
Looking back at what it took for you to get back, I guess how hard was it for you to return? And there have been some reports that you tore your triceps in that game. Is that true?
Yeah. I mean, everything's out now. I mean, I retoured in the game. Didn't know I retoured. I just was still playing. And even when Nolan tore his, you see he went out there. I mean, it's one of those injuries where it's just a funny. It's way better than my knee and all the other things, but you still got to make sure you let it heal. And this time around, I'm gonna make sure I take my time. That'll give me more time to be in the building before I get kicked out my locker.
You alluded to some of the mistakes you made when you were younger, maybe when you first got here. How did you go about becoming maturing? You're talking a long time, 15 years here.
Yep.
Who helped you? What made you become where you are now?
Well, you know what? Going through life, everybody, us as men, everybody grow at different times. I'll just say that. And I had to grow early because, for one, I wouldn't have a wife if I didn't. So you had to grow up fast because, I mean, man, if you choose to, take that next step in life where I had my wife, it's like, man, I want to be the best man I could be for her. And so I had to clean up some of my old stuff, my old habits, and to grow up. And everybody has a different time when they gonna do that. I mean, because I feel like if I stayed single, I probably wouldn't have did that. And luckily I had a woman in my life that helped me. And of course, it's a daily walk. It's not perfect, but if you say I want to be somebody that if I said it, I meant it, and I want to be a man of my word. And so I had to start living like that. And it's just a decision that you got to make with yourself. Don't look too far ahead in the future because it's about what you do today. And what I do today, I'm gonna have some integrity about my decisions and my choices today. And we'll worry about tomorrow when it come, if it come, because a lot of people, they make it today. So I look at it like it's a daily walk of growth, and sometimes you got to look back to see where you came from in order to see the growth, because it can seem all the same sometimes. But I know for me, just having that woman in my life helped me grow up a whole lot faster.
Nick has said every workplace needs a Brandon Graham. When you hear something like that, what does it mean to you? And is that something that was conscious, that you were trying to create that, or is that just something that came naturally?
I think it just came. You got to be consistent. Just like I'm sure, with y'all guys out there, on what you do every day, you got to stay consistent. And consistency is everything. I think it don't matter. You ain't going to please everybody, but I'm going to stay consistent on my energy I bring. I'm going to speak to you even if you don't want to speak to me, whatever it is. Like, it's so much that goes into that. I don't want to fall into somebody I'm not. And so I think just working on that, like, even when I got to talk to y'all after a loss, I know it's coming. I know, but I got to stand tall through it. I can't just be a high guy and not be here for the lows too. So I think that consistency of fighting through the easy wrong thing to do than to go for the hard right thing to do. Because it's hard to stand tall when you know you're wrong sometimes. It's hard to stand tall when you lost a game, when you might have guaranteed a game or something like that. You got to sometimes eat your words, but you got to be a man about it and be good. And so I think, you just got to make sure that you stay consistent.
Brandon, we've spoken a lot to you over the last couple of years about your influence on the younger guys in the room, on Nolan, on Davis. How do you feel like they rubbed off on you in these last couple of years of your career?
Well, you know what? They keep you hip on what's going on. Not saying that I'm old, but you know what I mean. Different times, it's getting me ready for what I'm going to have to deal with my kids when it's like, that's what y'all talking about now? So I think just being able to be relatable to the guys, and but while still being me. I'm gonna be me in it. I mean, I wish I could dance like some of these boys, but I'm gonna come up with something unique and crafty that I could do to be with y'all, because that's how much I want y'all to know I can appreciate y'all culture too, and I can appreciate what y'all bring to the table. And I'm learning to accept people where they at in their life, and I think that's the hardest thing for a lot of. I'm gonna just say, for me, it was a hard thing for me to accept people for where they are in life and how they celebrate you, how they love you, and all that little stuff. And I learned that from my baby. I can't even take all that credit, but she always say that to me. You gotta meet people where they at, and you gotta accept whatever it is that on how they love you and how they express themselves to you. So with them young boys, when they come talk to me, I really take it serious. I really try to be there for them. I really try to just be that listening ear if they just want to talk and complain about something. But then, of course, I'm always in to fix it. Like, so what you going to do about it? All right, you complain to me, I listen to you, so what's next? And so we always try to go through a plan, and then we walk together. Because that's one thing I'm going to miss, though, for real, because being on that field, talking stuff to people, but it's all fun. It's all good competition. But at the end of the day, I'm really trying to help them when we do go against each other, because I want their coaches to talk about them in a good light. I want them to get paid too, and I want them to be able to do that for somebody else. I always tell them, return the favor. Remember that you wasn't always where you at. Like, even like a guy like, I'm just thinking of a guy like a Jordan Mailata, somebody on this last year where he don't know. And man, I was just like, man, this your last year, baby. Just stay focused. Off season, work your butt off. Hey, you going through something? Come talk to me. Come talk to whoever you need, whoever you trust. Go talk to them. But let's go. And then just the other day after we win the Super Bowl, we talk again. And I'm like, man, remember that day when you ain't know? And now 2 contracts later, look where you at. Make sure you serving somebody else. And so that's where I'm at. Like, we don't get there by ourselves. And so that's where I try to pass it on. Even this year with Sweaty, I like, Sweaty, it's your room. I'm just here to watch over it, to see whatever you need from me. Because I don't want you to think that, like, that we ain't in this together. And so that's my way of bringing these guys to let them know, like, it's your time. And like I just told Nolan, like, man, this your room. Look how crazy. Nah, you the guy. You the oldest guy in that room. So let's go out there. Let's go take care of business. And so I just try to be that consistent, constant, ear for someone. And sometimes I need it from my guys too. And them guys, and I will say that's how they help me. They help me be able to come to them too, because it's not just them always coming to me. I go to them too because we build a relationship. What'd you say? Well, you better say your prayers, man, because everybody different. Everybody body different. But what I will say is the relationships that I've built over these 15 years is just because of, you got to be intentional about that. And I would say a lot of people, some people don't realize it till after. And I've listened to other guys that left, and I've started to, I'm always an outgoing person anyway, but I've been more intentional on just, you never know, man. Like, people always say, man, your smile lights up a room. So I always try to smile because you never know who need it. And now getting all these messages from guys and just seeing some of the stuff, the impact that you had on guys that that it took a lot out of them just to even tell me that. But I made sure I heard them, and I made sure I told them how much I appreciate them on telling me that, because I'm going to stay doing it. Because sometimes you can get bored with it. Not even bored with it, but just some stuff you do, you don't think it means anything. But people watch you. And I tell just like I'm going to tell my kids, it's like, make sure that what you're doing in private, you be proud of, because we all got something. But, you got to stand on whatever it is you do in life. And so for me, I just tried to make sure that I just was the best person I could be, every day, bring the energy. And if I ain't have it that day, hey, y'all, look, I need you. And, Nolan will bring it, or some other guys at the time that I was with will bring it. And so, yeah, man, it's just, you just gotta stay being you, man. Just be you. You know what? I don't know yet. I say I want to sit down and talk with Mr. Lurie, have some dinner with him, and so we gonna do that and figure out what I could do to be a part of what's going on. Because I feel like, as you know, we got some good stuff brewing right now, and I want to make sure that I can be a help in whatever it is that I do, and then of course, I want to be creative on, I ain't got to be all in one basket, have everything all in one, but just kind of, move around. But I don't want to just cold turkey leaving the game because I love it. I love just the intensity of it. I love just, man, now I can send my goons out for them. Now I got a little different little lingo I'm going to say to these guys on the field because, of course, I got to talk my stuff. I can't do nothing about it, but I can send Nolan out there to go do it.
How much will you miss trash talking?
I'm gonna miss it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it in practice too. Like I'm gonna be a part of something that they got going on, where I could come in and even if I'm just coming to practice, doing something to help wash and doing something. I'm gonna always tell the old lineman what I would have did if I was still out there.
Favorite trash talking moment with somebody from another team?
Anything with Dallas, man. I mean, I'm always talking stuff to Dak. Dak be cool out there when we have our back and forth. But I like Dallas games, and of course big games that you need playoffs. But if I had to say, Cowboys is always gonna be number one. Just talking through it with my wife, talking through it with the team, and then cried about it a couple times, and was like, this the perfect ending to my career right now. And I said, like I said, I want to be a man of my word. I said that this was my farewell tour, and I know I got hurt, and that's what kind of made me in between. But I said I'm gonna stand tall on it because I don't know what God got for me that's ahead. That if I don't let this go, I don't know what else He got for me. I will never know if I don't let this go. So I'm happy and thankful to have been here this long and for them to, like I say, to have believed in me for this long. And I'm happy on how everything just happened over the years. So I'm still happy with my decision. And like I say, if anything I could do to help this team, that's what I want to kind of come up with, and then we hit the ground running.
What does the sack of Brady from the first Super Bowl mean to you, and are you able to sort of close your eyes and still picture it?
Oh yeah, that's always going to be a good one because Michigan guy against another Michigan guy, I mean, that's the only way. I mean, in that sense, the way he did it the year before against the Falcons, man, it was like I was just happy to be able to get him. And it didn't matter who made the play. Like Fletch say, it don't matter who make the play. Just make the play so we can all, we good. Like, and so I just so happened to be there, but it was all of us. The person who took away his first read, that's the guy I need to thank because all that stuff worked together. And it was a big moment in my career, and that's where I felt like things started to get even better from that point on. But it took me, 7 years at that point to get there. And then the win, and then it was a back and forth game. 500 yards total offense, both sides. I felt like we both was doing good, and somebody made that key play, and that's all it takes. I mean, one big play in the game can cost you, and I'm happy we was able to get that. So it's something I'll always remember. And of course, this last Super Bowl, man, that was that was a great one right there because we owed them from the first time, and that one stung. But I didn't run from that moment either. In that moment when we lost, I went to go congratulate everybody, Coach Reed, and as hard as that was, and I wanted to run because I wanted to go straight to that locker room, but I went out there and I faced it, and I think that's why we all did. We all faced it, and that's why I felt like this moment that we just had was from that. And so if I can tell any kid, any adversity you go through, don't run. Just face it and just know it's gonna be better. You're gonna be better for it, and one day you're going to look back and say, man, I'm glad I did that because look at this moment. This moment came back, and we did what we were supposed to do.
Something that you're really going to do moving forward for what you did in the community, always volunteering, always stepping up when anybody needed you the most. When did you realize in your career that your involvement in the community was so important to kind of building your career on and off?
Well, after my wife got me back outside a little bit, that was the whole point. She was saying, you need to do some community stuff. You need to be out here because it's people that look up to you. And, of course, I went out there. I started doing little stuff here and there. But then you started to see, like, the kids and how they react to you. And, like I say, I bring that energy. You start to see how much you can really help some of the kids. And so now anytime I'm available, I mean, me and my wife got a nice little thing going where I just take care of my kids, and if all that stuff is in line, shoot, I mean, we do whatever. And making sure the house is good, we good. And so now I really make sure, like, it's gonna turn up even more, me being in the community, because now I got some free time and I wanna make sure I spend it the right way. But, that's community service gonna be always a part of our family, because I want my kids to know, like, this stuff don't happen by yourself. And, you gonna have people looking up to you just as much as I have people looking up to me. And you gotta make sure you do something positive with that. And that's the positive by, the people that's coming in the future. They the future. So I gotta make sure I give them the best and let them know it ain't about no money, it ain't about no fame, it ain't about none of that. It's about you going out there and doing work for people that been thrown away from others. And so, and let them know that they are just as special and they got some fire on the inside that they just haven't tapped into yet. But I'm gonna help them, and help them as best I can. So I think I thank my wife for getting me back out there. And of course, we got to make that decision to stay going. But that's what I've been choosing to do, just stay in that community.
You talked about being consistent throughout your career. One thing that has been consistent is the positivity that you always brought.
Mhm.
Where did that come from, and how much of an influence do you think that had on the team over the last 6 years?
Well, growing up, my mom, she always, just would say, just something like, don't be like everybody else. That's why I don't have no tattoos, I don't have no piercings, because I wanted them. I wanted tattoos and all that stuff. But, she would always say, be different. And, I know we didn't used to like to watch the news all the time because it was so much negative. So that always kind of stuck with me, where it's like, why we turning that on? It ain't nothing positive that's going to come from it. So it's like, for me, as a kid, I just always tried to go against, like I say, that easy, wrong thing to do, and that's pout and be negative about something. And it's like, all right, you know what? It happened. I'm learning to deal with it as far as like it happened, deal with it for a second, but then, all right, what's my plan of action to what's next, and what's the positives from it? And so, I'm getting better with that, because I be so quick to move on, because when some negative stuff happen, I know it ain't gonna be negative for long, but sometimes I try to stay in it a little bit, just to say I felt it, but then I'm always trying to find that plan of action for the next thing. So I think that's where it kind of clicked for me to just stay positive, because it's no sense of being negative about it, because being negative ain't gonna bring you nothing but more negative. So that's why I try to stay positive with it.
Last question. There's a lot of athletes in the city that have gone through criticism that you faced early in your career. Kind of leaves a scar. They come away from it bitter, and you always seem kind of the opposite. You always had a smile, went out of your way to kind of get you in the eye. Did you ever work on that? And
Oh yeah.
where did it come from?
You know what? I had to work on that for real. I'm still working, because sometimes people can catch me in a moment where I might be going through something, and it's like they might bring up some old stuff that you might have not still knew that you had to deal with. I mean, you still had to get better with. But I think where I unblocked everybody on Twitter, I forgot. Yeah, there you go. That day. That was it right there. That's when I forgave everybody. I was like, go ahead, unblock them all, man. And so when I think for me, winning that Super Bowl the way it happened, that helped. But like I say, them conversations and knowing that, man, you're not going to make everybody happy, so stop trying. And so as long as I make as long as my family good now, that's all that really matter. My close people that really mean something to me, as long as we can have conversation and get through things together, that's all that matter, because a lot of people don't know me. A lot of people just watch the football player that I am on what I did, but they don't know me. So I can't be mad at them for them making their own assumptions of whatever it is, because you know what assumptions do. You can't. That's why I don't assume, because if I want to know something, I'm gonna go talk to them. So, and in this case, in football, you don't really get to talk to a lot of us, so you're going to talk about it, so you can't really take offense to it. And so I try to help them young boys in that, because I know it stings sometimes hearing some of your guys that went and turned media
and start talking about you, because that's the job, and I understand that too. But some people just not in that place. But now I understand. I don't take offense to it. I just talk about it. Might laugh about it because you might have said something that you might have didn't know nothing about, me included. So it's like it just happened. It just happened. So you just got to be you, man. You can't worry about what nobody got to say. You just got to keep being you and trust what you're doing is what you want to do. Don't do it for nobody else. And so that's how I live it, and that's what I'm trying to hope I can spread for my kids. It's about what you think, not what I think. It's about what you think, because you're the one that did it. So that's it. Appreciate y'all. Oh, okay. Oh, you gonna mind? Oh, okay. Yep. Gotcha.
You want to grab him?
Yeah, I grab it. I appreciate y'all. Hey, appreciate y'all. I'll be trying to work out.
Why don't you, PJ, get your parents up there too.
I know, that's what I was saying, he's already, I know. He was already out there. Clutch. Go. Clutch, lead. Get up there. Get the players up there. Hold on, please.
Watch your step, guys. Watch your step. Sorry. Just stand up. We're not on anymore. We don't need this.
What's it doing? No, there you go.
You good back there? Good back there, Ed? 1-1? Come on.
Go ahead, Eddie.
Come on, Ed. You know you don't take pictures, man. Then I gotta get my other guy out, then we good. Come on, Rock. What you doing? Come on, Rock. Give me one. You stayed too long, Rock. I said, watch this over there. Okay, y'all start real quick with her. Oh, yeah. Mama Graham will take a
All right, folks, that completes everything in here.
I gotta call him back. It's like a denim crew.
So I'm glad I said it. Cool.